Good afternoon, I'm Mark Gadd, and this is VCU InSight. This week, the VCU Rams lifted the Atlantic 10 Tournament Trophy in Brooklyn, New York with a 68-56 win over the Dayton Flyers. This is the Rams' second Atlantic 10 championship and first since 2015. But what some may be more excited about, this win clinched VCU a ticket to the NCAA tournament. The Rams will take on the St. Mary's Gales Friday in the first round. This will be the Rams' first trip to the national tournament since they were forced to forfeit a game against Oregon due to COVID in 2021. Star point guard Ace Baldwin believes the Rams can take on anyone.
We're the type of team that's going to make a run. We're not scared of nobody, and we prepare for anybody.
If you're looking to watch the game, VCU will be having a watch party at the Commons Theater at 2 p.m. on Friday. Or if you're driving up to Albany, New York to watch the team, you're in luck because gas prices in Richmond are decreasing. Inside Zomas Harris shows us the good news from the pump.
According to AAA, Richmond gas prices have dropped a whole $1 since last year. The reason, according to experts, is the price of crude oil is down. Last spring, gas prices in Richmond were an average of $4.20 a gallon. Now drivers are paying an average of $3.23 a gallon. Prices seem to also be decreasing over the state to $3.25 a gallon. According to WeForum.org, 76% of American commuters still use cars to move between home and work, which makes it the most popular mode of transportation. Drivers say with inflation, it's good to see our gas prices still have us pumped. In Richmond, reporting for VCU InSight, I'm Zomas Harris.
The board game Monopoly is making a new edition featuring Richmond. Valentina Lopez is in Carytown, where you can find more information on the game.
Here at the World of Mirth in Carytown, they can't wait to sell the game, and you can weigh in on what historic landmarks will be featured. With 22 spots on the game board, Richmond residents have been invited to submit their ideas for landmarks to the company to make it a more inclusive game. The board game is not to be confused with another Richmondopoly themed game made by an off-brand company. Similar to the original game, based off Atlantic City in New Jersey, we can expect the traditional game following suit of landmarks, streets, and other properties. While locations in Richmond will remain specific to the area, the game pieces will remain the same. Reporting for VCU InSight, I'm Valentina Lopez.
Buc-ee's will open its first location in Virginia by 2027. The chain is known across the South for its iconic beaver mascot and exceptional travel center. The location is set for New Kent. The plans are for a 74,000 square foot store with 120 fueling spots, over 500 parking spaces, 24 Tesla charging stations, and 10 bus and RV parking spaces. The store will employ over 175 residents who earn $16 to $18 an hour. Buc-ee's will be open 24/7 and feature freshly prepared food, baked goods, unique gifts, and much more. Virginians are sharing their excitement on social media. The location will be at Exit 211 Interchange on Interstate 64. Data from a recent study shows more than half of U.S. adults between 18 to 29 experienced psychological distress during the first 2 years of the pandemic. With statistics like that, the governor just went on national television to address mental health as a top issue in Virginia. Reporter Natalie Barr takes a look at what's being done.
That's right, Mark. Data from the National Alliance on Mental Health shows that over 1 million Virginians are experiencing a mental health condition. That's 4 times greater than the population of Richmond alone. According to the State Health Resources and Services Administration, 80% of all counties in Virginia are affected by a lack of accessibility to mental health services. Last week on CNN's Town Hall War on Education, hosted by Jake Tapper with Governor Glenn Youngkin, the governor promoted his $230 million Right Help Right Now 3-year, 6-tiered plan to transform the Commonwealth's behavioral health system. The governor says he thinks mental health in schools should be a bigger focus than gun safety.
And that's why it's been so important for us to move forward with an aggressive transformation of Virginia's behavioral health system.
Senate Bill 818 was introduced during this year's General Assembly session, which would have required mental health education added to elementary and middle school curricula. SB 818 passed in the Senate by a 39-1 vote. Unfortunately, it was later killed in the House. Youngkin remains steady on his promise to improve mental health conditions across the Commonwealth. Reporting from Richmond for VCU InSight, I'm Natalie Barr.
The time for midterms is near, and VCU now has a resource for students who may be struggling with their mental health. Taraji Jenkins tells us how students and staff can benefit from it.
VCU students and staff now have access to online mental health care through a service called Timely Care. It provides free, on-demand, 24/7 virtual mental health services through its website and on the app. Students can speak with mental health professionals through Talk Now, a crisis support line, experience self-care content like guided meditation, group conversations, and yoga, and schedule up to 12 free telehealth counseling visits. University Counseling Services also provides private telehealth spaces for virtual appointments. To log in and schedule a counseling or life coach appointment ahead of midterms, visit timelycare.com/VCU or download the Timely Care app. I'm Taraji Jenkins, reporting for VCU InSight.
A Republican-led bill wants to put a new limit on THC products that are sold in Virginia. But hemp farmers and CBD shops are worried this will drive them out of business. VCU InSight reporter Anthony Cardenas has more information on the proposal.
From first glance, the bill seems to have good intentions, but the newly proposed limits have shops like the dispensary behind me worried for what the future may hold for their business if the new limits were to be put in place.
Store manager Sarah Grant runs the dispensary located on West Main Street. She's concerned about a bill that will limit the total THC concentration in THC-based products at 0.3%, stating that the product would be ineffective at that point. Grant believes the intent of the bill is to run shops like hers out of business, also stating that it would be nearly impossible to sell their products with the new limits in place.
I'm sure that's the intent. Not realizing how many people rely on our products that are safe, cleanly produced, effective.
Republican delegate Terry Gogor, who proposed the bill, said in a statement, "The overwhelming majority of the products that this bill seeks to address are being shipped in from other states with no testing or verification of their contents, marketed as Delta 8 or other synthetic products, and sold without any age or other safety restrictions." Also adding that the intent of this bill is to ultimately keep children and our community safe. While Grant does believe there should be regulation on hemp products, the limit is just too unrealistic.
We do need to realize we're dealing with adults who should be allowed to purchase the medication that they need.
The bill is currently still in conference and is being worked on to produce a final product. From VCU InSight in Richmond, I'm Anthony Cardenas.
You can find out more about the proposed bill on Virginia's Legislative Information System. The Virginia Museum of History and Culture is showcasing an exhibition from an activism group promoting gender equality. Yaba Huno is there to show what's in store for Women's History Month.
Here at the museum, Artists for Era is featuring 28 artworks from their collection. 20 of them are from Virginian artists. All of them share one message: equality for all.
This exhibit is part of a nationwide art showcase to bring awareness and effort to add the Equal Rights Amendment, or ERA, into the U.S. Constitution. If implemented, it would ban discrimination on the basis of sex and guarantee equality for women in America. Some paintings mention equality through words. Some have both words, people, and symbols to speak for themselves. In January of 2020, the Virginia General Assembly voted to ratify ERA, becoming the 38th state to pass it. But in 2022, Attorney General Jason Myers withdrew the state from legally recognizing the amendment.
Gender equality continues to be an ongoing battle, and displays like these are reminding people to keep fighting. From VCU InSight in Richmond, I'm Yaba Huno.
After coming just one win away from playing in a super regional a season ago, VCU baseball prepares for their 2023 campaign. Sam Wolf reports from the Diamond to tell you about the upcoming baseball season.
Almost a year ago, VCU baseball won their second consecutive Atlantic 10 championship and just came one win away from a super regional in the College Baseball World Series. As the 2023 campaign rolls around, VCU center fielder A.J. Mathis knows some teams are marking them on the calendar.
There's just a lot of newcomers, so we just got to get ready for a target runner back this year, going back-to-back conference.
Leaving the team this year, head coach Sean Stifler is going to work for Notre Dame, and MLB second-round draft pick Tyler Locklear is departing for the pros. With all the changes in the roster, head coach Bradley LaCroix believes some of the new guys will step in and make the difference.
The team culture has been awesome, and some of those new guys have filled some big roles for us, and they will continue to through the spring.
VCU will need all the help from the new players with upcoming games against ranked opponents like number 12 UNC and number 19 UVA. However, transfer shortstop William Bean believes the team has all the tools to take on the challenge.
In the weight room, I mean, everything's run to a T, a lot of disciplines involved. So that's really something that's benefits us.
With all the pieces in place, the Rams are ready to go for a big season.
Let's go Rams. Hopefully we can three-peat this year. Hopefully I can be a part of a three-peat for once.
Oh, just looking forward to opening day here at the Diamond tomorrow, and go Rams.
Reporting from the home of VCU baseball, the Diamond, I'm Sam Wolf.
If you have plans for this St. Patrick's Day weekend, here's a look at the weather. Friday will be cloudy with a high of 68. Friday night has a low of 45 with a 70% chance of rain. Saturday will be a high of 57 with a low of 31. You can check out the latest edition of VCU InSight on Thursday afternoons on our YouTube channel. For VCU InSight, I'm Mark Gadd.